Future trading involves risk and is not suitable for all investors. Content provided in this segment is meant for educational purposes and is not a solicitation to buy or sell commodities.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Tech Talk. I am Cody. He is Andy. It is the 24th of September, just about 9:40 Central Time in the morning. Did a little bit of a swap. We're doing this on Wednesday morning, not Tuesday afternoon like we usually do. So markets just open for a couple of these commodities that we're going to take a look at. And so far, we got a whole mixed bag of emotions going on.
A whole mixed bag.
How you doing this morning?
You know what? If I was any better, I'd be you. How about that?
There you go.
It's just keeping people on their toes. It's Wednesday.
Wednesday morning.
It's hump day.
Hump day.
We've had a few requests.
Who did?
One in particular.
Yeah.
We've had so many requests for butter. Rightly so, right? I mean, the thing is basically just gone it's just been a
straight nosedive. Bombarded by butter. That's how I like that page. Just threw that in our chat. Love it.
All right. But this one's also coming to request too. This is like the shining star of the dairy market right now. Spot Whey.
The only thing keeping people on the bullish train right now, I'd say, is Spot Whey.
And rightly so, right? At least because when you look at this is what sticks out to me. It's just like this, you have this, you have a couple higher lows right here, right? Relative to this.
Stair stepping our way up on this.
I mean, it's such a nice uptrend, right? I mean, it's not like this where it's just like just an abrupt move with an unsustainable price action kind of thing, but a really nice stair step. But also too, it created this nice ascending triangle. So when you have this type of activity where you're getting higher lows across a horizontal line, it basically comes to a head, right? At some point, like that, this doesn't continue. It can't.
Right.
Something has to change. And in this case, once you break out of that, it's a pretty healthy breakout. And so, you've got still some room. I mean, if you remember, this wasn't too long ago. This was earlier in the year, wasn't it? Right up in here?
Yeah. That was January.
Yeah. I mean, we had some 70 plus cent Whey to start the year out. So we're retracing a good, healthy amount of this break that we saw.
Right.
Remember, every penny in Whey is 6 cents in class 3.
Correct.
That matters for sure.
It matters.
But Whey, like I said, it's got strength fundamentally, right? Demand for the product, but also too, from a chart perspective, I don't know what else to say other than, again, once we cleared 60 cents, look at over here.
Well, that gap,
this,
we're sitting in the middle of that gap from the very end of January right now, 64 cents on the dot.
Oh, right there, filled it.
So if you're going to continue this bullish trend on the way, I think if we see an uptick, even a quarter of a cent, now we've completely filled that gap, right? And I think that'll be a big part of today. It is Wednesday, so we have 2 more days of trading. This is the weekly. Could happen.
It certainly could happen. But again, you've got a big higher low here and here. You have the ascending triangle that you could even argue goes back to here, right? Look at all this. Look at all of this noise that took place. Same kind of, really, it's almost like it's almost the same formation, right? Just kind of puttered along this horizontal line up until you broke out of it and you continually made higher lows. Yeah. That's a sign of strength. And we saw what happened last time. We promptly went to 70 cents. So,
right. Yeah.
It certainly has the technical makeup to go do it again. Whether or not it does.
Well, yeah, we went 70 cents in an accelerated fashion also. Right. It wasn't like, we kind of piddled around here like we're doing the past couple of weeks. It was a straight shot.
Yeah. No, like I said, to me, in terms of do you want to, we're going to look at a bearish chart here in a second with butter, right? But if you want to find something that has some genuine bull, it's got some legs to it. It's got a nice formation to it. It broke out from an area that was, consistently, anytime you get through 60 cents up or down, the market accelerates away from that price.
Yeah.
So we're doing that now. So yeah, there's certainly room for this thing to continue moving higher. And again, don't forget, every penny in Whey is 6 cents in class 3. So we wouldn't go where are we at now? So futures
64.
The futures are discounted to cash. So October Whey, for example, 62.5. So let's say we go and trade 72. I know you have to get it into the NDPSR and all that stuff, but that additional dime is 60 cents in class 3.
Right.
That's a lot.
It is.
So got to keep that in mind.
It is. NDPSR hasn't moved a whole lot, though. That's the interesting thing. It hasn't budged out of, 58, 59 cents. We haven't moved a whole heck of a lot there.
No, it really hasn't. So we'll see. I mean, you got to get that moving. Futures are saying you're going to go do that, though.
Yeah.
For what it's worth. Futures are saying you're going to go do that. They want to be respectful of both the futures activity plus the way the chart's shaping up. Yeah, this one looks good. take a look at one that doesn't look good. I guess depends on your perspective.
Depends on what side. If bearish.
Yeah, bearish.
And
If you're bearish.
Hold on here. I think we talked about this one a few different times. Is there another little gap at $1.40 down there, my friend?
It sure is. It's circled. Hang on,
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Right.
It's sad when you got to expand this
no,
chart.
It's not. I'm sorry. It's not circled. That is what you're talking about right there.
Better circle it because that's probably next on the docket here. First $1.54, then $1.40. Yikes.
Yikes is right. And I mean, people. I've had a few people ask, like, when does this chart on a gas the downside? You see no signs of that.
No.
I mean, this is like cattle on a monthly basis. Just inverted, right? Yes. I mean, you've had this little itty bitty guy right here that was green.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's so hard to see that one right there. Just a smidge higher week to week, and then just nope. So what's a little, I would say, frightening about this chart is that you've had several gaps. They're small, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that have formed along the way down. And granted, there's still some more room to break. You called this one, right? I mean, you put the hammer in the closet, and you were just like, you were banging really the bear drum. You had the bazooka out. I mean, it was like we were getting all kinds of mail for Tech Talk. People talking about, oh my gosh, Cody's actually bearish. Is it possible?
It's impossible.
I had somebody. Is this like a deep fake or something like that? Is Cody a deep fake? And he's actually like, he's tied up in the closet or something like that with the hammer, and who knows what's going on? No.
Turns out the saddest part is I'm still bearish on this.
You're still bearish.
I'm still extremely bearish on butter.
Still extremely bearish on butter. So
that $1.40 I think is going to come into play. I really do.
I mean, like,
because what on this chart tells you that it's going to turn around. Besides the gaps that we've kind of left behind right now, at some point it'll turn around. But to say that we can't get down to $1.40, we're sitting at $1. What are we at? $1.68 as of yesterday. I mean, the way that butter's been trading, we could be there in 2 weeks.
Sure.
Right.
I mean, this thing's moving a dime a week.
Right.
If not more.
Right. Sometimes 7 cents a day.
Yeah. I mean, we could certainly be there. The momentum is just, it's so strong.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess to play a little bit of devil's advocate, like we're hearing about a little bit of pickup and things like promotional activity. And obviously, we're at a price point where we have seen exports. But that said, I mean, we've had, there was certainly months along this break where we saw year-over-year increases over 100% in exports, and yet just continue to just punish the price. So, yeah, I mean, you've got, like I said, you've got this one that gets filled at 155, double nickel, not that far away. I mean, given how much this thing's accelerating, that's 13 cents away. That's 3-4 sessions, and you're there, right? This 140 number, it's just a question of when do we clear the market, maybe with promotional activity? When do you start to see like 2-for-1 stuff in the stores? That all takes time.
Right.
But going back to it, I think if you're looking for a spot to say like enough is enough, I think you really have to see something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to, there's a couple instances of this. So you have like this 3-bar pattern followed up with this guy right there, right? Where you have the market tries to break, comes back a little bit, and then over the course of like 3 bars is unchanged, right? Tries to break, comes back, and then that 4th bar opens higher above that, right? And so you kind of create this like the beginning of a V. And then we saw it again somewhat over here. We got to really go back in time, don't we? There it is, right here. So this guy.
Nice little V bottom there.
Yeah, I mean, like you need to see this type of like, 3-bar pattern where you try to break and you kind of come back into it. And again, like if that were to be the case, this was COVID, so it's a little bit of a different, obviously a much different market at that time, right? But what concerns me about like this current like state is that you have several, we talk about gaps being unfinished business. You have several gaps that you could think get quickly filled, especially if the futures maintain premium relative to this break, right? They've certainly come off a lot. But when you look at like, December's 192, spot sitting at 168. So pretty healthy carry. Yeah, pretty healthy carry baked in the market. So I guess my point is that like, I guess if I'm looking for anything, it's some kind of like hammer, like a 3-bar pattern where like the second bar is like a hammer or it tries to break, comes back in. And then the third bar is some sort of like, doesn't even have to be very much, just like unchanged relative to the previous one. And then that fourth one, if it moves higher, opens higher, then it's like, it could be go time from like a technical standpoint. But to your point, you're not even beginning to see that.
No, and that's why I really don't have anything bullish, especially looking at the chart right now, to say that this thing is going to turn around. Right?
I agree.
It's like
There's some
patterns, but
there's nothing. You have to like I said, we need to get that's like I really think the market's looking for like that. Monday, Tuesday, it's down like 10 or something, and then by like Thursday, week over week, it's up like 3. So it's rallied like 13 cents off that low. So that big wick, followed with like a higher close to kind of create that like somewhat hammers. I always think of like buyer's regret, right? Like they had their order at the they didn't buy it at the bottom, had a big break already, and now are starting to chase it back up a little bit. So yeah, we got to see that. And hey, you know what? When you bake all your cakes and pies this for the holidays, man, the butter portion of it, it's going to be cheap. Hopefully.
That's the saddest thing is I was in the store yesterday. The butter in the store is not cheap. It is.
What was it by you? What was it by you?
Right now it's $3.50 a pound.
Wow.
$3.50 a pound. I mean, so it's still staying up there relative to where prices are. And I think like that's the big complaining point of people of, hey, prices are drifting. Why is the in-store butter still the same? Well, I mean, there's many reasons for that we can get into. That's not.
You could do. You could go to like the manager of your local grocery store and show them this episode of TikTok.
I should show him TikTok and be
just
like, hey,
bud. Sit him down and be like, just watch this.
Just watch this.
He goes over with like his price gun and just starts like knocking down the price of butter. Cody said so. Like,
and now you pay me to take this butter.
You're going to be a hero in your local town.
That'll be my afternoon project.
That's your project. Okay. Hey, that's a good way to spend the afternoon.
Yeah.
All right. So this last one came at request from our good friend Wisco Phil. I don't think we've ever looked at this one before. This one came at request from Wisco Phil.
Walmart. Your happy local grocer.
You're happy. So maybe you could go sit down with them and like have them knock their prices down, like the little smiley face or whatever that they always have. That could be you. Like that.
Welcome to Walmart.
Welcome to Walmart. I think you'd be a great Walmart greeter, by the way. I think you'd be a really good greeter. Just sitting there, just like, welcome to Walmart. So yeah, Wisco Phil want to look at Walmart. I guess I personally have never looked at this before. So this is the new one for me. And this is the first thing that catches my eye is this guy right here. In a failure to test it here, tried to get through it here again. And like obviously at 105. This is just the stock Walmart, right? $105 a share to my understanding.
Yeah.
It looks like an M to me.
Yes, it does.
You've got this guy right here. This is back in the beginning of the year, right? Failing to get, and then really got beat up pretty good, one in this channel. But yeah, I mean, not being able to get over 105. I mean, that this looks like it wants to head right back down into here. Doesn't it?
Create a nice little, kind of looks like cheese, right? Kind of looks like the cheese, the block chart for the past year, right? You go down to 95, 105, can't break either one of those support or resistance and just kind of stay in between.
Yeah. I mean, if you're bullish Walmart, I guess what I would be looking for are breaks. Like I'd be looking at this as like a break that's potentially coming to buy. And if you basically get over 105 and get like a close over there and continue, open the next day at like 106, I don't know. Like it's higher than that basically. And then that's a pretty surefire signal to get long. Just close your eyes and buy it at that point, right? Because you have a nice technical breakout of a point of resistance that's been a good point of resistance for, I mean, how far does this go back? The monthly doesn't look bad. But again, like this on a daily basis, this is what stuck out to me.
Yeah.
I guess a trade idea you could do, let's say we get back into this channel, right? I mean, clearly $95 has been a pretty good area of support. Right, you've got this gap right here. I guess that got filled though, so it's tough to say that's already been filled. If you really were bullish here, this is the type of trade where it's like you get down and back into here, and you do a risk reversal where you're selling one put and buying two calls, and like use the 105 as like your strike. Because if it crosses 105, it looks like it could really blow up.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, conversely, you're wrong if you get like, and I think you could even tighten this up a little bit and say basically like, it really held within here. And each, like the time it tried to get above it, quickly came back in. It looks like it's going to go do the same thing.
Yeah. The one little outlier was in April when we dropped to $80 and then kind of brought ourselves back in that channel.
Yeah. Maybe this is a news item. I don't know. I don't follow it.
I don't
This
remember.
looks like earnings or like a news piece that came out that said like, yikes. But if that is the case, again, I don't know. But if that is the case, it certainly recovered well and went back to like basically contract highs. So if this was news, it certainly shook it off really well. I guess my thought, you get back into this channel. If it does, I think you could take a shot at being long. Let's say you get back down into here or something like that, 96, 97. I like that ratio risk reversal to give it a shot.
All right. Well,
I don't know. If they hire you as a greeter, let me know, because this thing is just like literally like
rocket ship.
I mean, like
You'll see a V bottom the next.
So Cody hired, launch button like activated like next day. I could see you being like the president and CEO of Walmart.
Slinging butter.
All right.
Awesome.
That's it.
Well,
That's all I got, boss.
hopefully that answers Wisco Phil's comments or questions on Walmart. We appreciate him asking about a chart that we've literally never looked at
Never was.
before on here, which is kind of fun. If anyone has any charts they want to look at for next week, please let us know. We should be back on the same bat time, same bat channel, but you never know, things kind of happen. Shoot us some requests. Let us know what you want to look at. Until then, have a great rest of the week, even better weekend. We'll see you guys next week on Tech Talk.
Who knows what day though?
Could be Friday, could be Sunday.
It's a mystery.
You never know.
Sunday. What?
Things happen.
Yeah.